Okay guys, good morning. This is my usual breakfast, the 6-egg white omelet with a couple of chopped onions and chopped mushrooms in there. I put a little bit of dried onions and pepper and pink Himalayan salt, and also Bragg's nutritional yeast. 2 slices of Aldi's Fit and Active bread that's been toasted, and it's 1 point per slice, and then about a tablespoon of pumpkin butter spread between the two, which I'm counting as 2 Weight Watchers Smart Points. And then there's my rolled oats that I add a teaspoon of dried blueberries and a teaspoon of sliced almonds, a 1/4 teaspoon of chia seeds, and a 1/4 teaspoon of flax seeds, and a little splash of coconut milk. And then this is my coffee, and it's just coffee that I add about a 4th to a 1/3 of a protein shake to. This morning it was chocolate, and because it was chocolate, I used the sugar-free S'mores Torani syrup, and it makes it really, really good. I mean, it even smells fabulous right now, so yum, I can't wait. See you at snack time. Okay, life with autoimmune disease means that I am still recovering from yesterday. I also had a really long day on Monday at the doctor's office with the baby and car seats, and it was really crazy and very, very long that day too. So 2 really long, stressful days with kids getting all kinds of procedures done. I am just exhausted. And so that is life with type 1 diabetes or an autoimmune disease. You get exhausted more than other people from not exactly normal life events, but things that happen in a normal life over time, yeah. So anyway, I'm exhausted today. No makeup. I'm just like trying to survive today, and tomorrow will probably be better, hopefully. But anyway, just explaining, today is really lazy and crazy. And anyway, now we're going to go to my snack. Now my snack today does not have the Greek yogurt. I'm out of Greek yogurt, and I really wasn't planning on buying any more right now for a little bit. So anyway, this is just fat-free cream cheese, 12 grams, and about 12 grams of whipped topping. I used True Whip. And then I used 5 grams of powdered milk and 5 grams of the no sugar added, no fat Jello pudding cheesecake powder. And then I mixed that all around. I added water. Added probably about 1/2 cup of water. And then I mixed that around and added the blueberries. Now let me give you a little tip, guys. I know many people think they do not like powdered milk, but there is a secret to how to like powdered milk. Number 1, only buy name brand. The texture on the off brands or other brands that are not Carnation are just terrible. The texture is gritty and weird and doesn't ever seem to really dissolve with liquid or water. But, you know, it's bad. Carnation, it dissolves completely, and it's smooth and creamy. And the really great thing about using powdered milk over liquid milk is you can add any kind of liquid you want. So I could have even used like fruit juice or Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Sprite, Diet Root Beer with that powdered milk and made that flavor of pudding. If I used like vanilla pudding as a base, yep, that could have worked. The second secret to powdered milk is it is not lifelong stable on the shelf. It has to be refrigerated or frozen before it goes past its date. Also, once you open it, either put it in the refrigerator or freezer to keep it from going rancid. Even though it's fat-free and doesn't have much fat in it, it still goes rancid. And that rancidness is that yucky flavor that nobody likes with powdered milk. It's often because they were used to eating rancid powdered milk that somebody's grandma left on the shelf forever instead of keeping it in the refrigerator or freezer. When I buy powdered milk, even before I open it, I just leave it in the refrigerator or freezer. I never store it on the shelf. Then once it's opened, I take it from the freezer and leave it in the refrigerator until I finish using it. It stays bright white. Bright white carnation means it's fresh, not rancid, and so it's both good texturally and flavor-wise. Once it turns off-white or yellowish, it's usually a pretty big clue that it's been rancid. Also, it'll have that rancid smell to it that's horrid. And then, terrible flavor. So people who think they don't like powdered milk, think about what brand you're using and if you are using it fresh by keeping it in the refrigerator or freezer instead of on the shelf. Okay guys, it is lunchtime and I'm having leftover Sloppy Joe again with a Kroger whole wheat slider bun that is 2 points. The Sloppy Joe mix, it can be free maybe. It's 93% lean and 7% fat, and I boil it and heavily rinse it, but you know, I am counting it as 3 points, but free could possibly be it. So that's 5 points for the Sloppy Joe. And then this is riced cauliflower, which all it is riced cauliflower with a couple of peas and carrots, not very many really in it. And so that's 0, and then sugar-free gherkins, pickles. So all of the other stuff is free. But I wanted to address, just like I did at snack time, about, you know, likes and dislikes. I know a lot of people may not think they like the riced cauliflower. Well, if you just eat it plain, you're probably not going to like it too well, unless you just really like plain and bland foods. So I always like to spray it with just a little bit of parquet spray. And then I sprinkle a little bit of this ranch powder on it, Kernel seasonings, or sometimes a little bit of the white cheddar Kernel seasonings. And it makes it really, really yummy. Or sometimes I just use some pink Himalayan salt and the parquet spray. But anyway, it totally helps the flavor so much more. But some people spice it up like they would Spanish rice or all different things. Just however you would season rice, try to season your cauliflower too. Don't just eat it plain and think that you don't like it because it's bland. You have to add some seasoning, people. A little bit of flavor. Okay, so that's my 5-point lunch today. Well, I've already tracked everything I'm going to eat today, and I still decided I'm going to have this as a snack. It's going to go into one of my weekly points, because it'll be 1 point over my daily points, but that's okay. I'm cool with that today. So, it is these Weight Watchers bars. Everybody is going on and on about this flavor. I have never had this one. It's Weight Watchers Delightfully Chewy Rich Toffee Flavored Bar. And it's 3 points. So that's a little high when you think about how big the Quest are compared to how tiny these are. But I'm imagining they're going to taste a whole lot more like chocolate than Quest bars do. So I already opened one back here. And this is what it looks like opened. Does look pretty much like chocolate. But I'm not going to show myself trying it because, like I said, no makeup, and I am still exhausted and recovering from the last 2 days of craziness. I'm going to give it a try. That's what it looks like inside. It is really good. It's crunchy, caramelly, chocolatey. Tastes something like a Twix bar, but also this crack candy that I sometimes used to make that is like saltine crackers with butter and brown sugar and baked until the butter and brown sugar turns to caramel. And then you break it apart and eat it. And while it's still hot, you smear, you spread chocolate chips all over the top, and then smear them around because they melt because of the heat. And then when it cools, this is basically what it tastes like. So this is definitely worth the 3 points. I wouldn't have it daily for that many points because I like more substantial food for my 3 points. But this would definitely get rid of a real chocolate caramel candy bar craving. When you really want the real thing, this tastes like it. And it would do it for 3 points. That's really good. Because a real candy bar like a Twix or something, I'm not sure how many points it would be, but it would be a lot more than 3. I know just the little tiny fun size ones are usually 2 to 3, and they are about half to a third of this size. So, and this is individually wrapped versus when you open a Twix, you're going to want to eat the whole thing, which is over 200 calories for both sides, and you're not going to feel too good about it. It's probably, I'm going to say probably 8 to 9 points. That's just a guess, but I know it's not 3 points, so actually a pretty good deal for the points when you think about it that way. I'll probably buy them again, but like I said, it's not an everyday one that I'll eat, just once in a while. Hey guys, this is dinner tonight. Rice cauliflower again. I really like it. And then we have these little wontons from Costco. 4 is 1 point, and 8 is 4 points. No, 8 is 3 points. Take that back. 8 is 3 points, and 12 is 4 points. So 4 is 1 point, 8 is 3 points, and 12 is 4 points. And they're really good. They have chicken and cilantro in them, and they're delicious. They do not taste like they're that low on points. Now, at the Chinese places that I always go to, they have some really good dumpling sauces. And so I've been working on making my own. I'm going to use next time something less pointy than this teriyaki. I'll probably get another teriyaki, but one that doesn't have so many points. But this is the Kikkoman original teriyaki sauce, and it is 2 points per tablespoon. So not terribly bad, but I would like it to be closer to either 0 or 1 point. And then, so I use 1 tablespoon of that in here, and 1 tablespoon of the PB2, and it's 1 point. You can use up to 2 tablespoons, but I like the thickness of just the 1 tablespoon. And if you like it just slightly sweeter, like there's a place here that has peanut butter chicken. Well, you know, it's a Chinese buffet. It's really good. It's kind of a sweet peanut buttery sauce. Just add a little bit of stevia or Splenda, and it will make it taste almost exactly like that peanut butter chicken sauce. So anyway, that's what I'm having for dinner, and it is only 4 points for the wontons, and then another 3 points for the sauce. So 7 points for dinner, because the rice cauliflower is free.